We're now going to review the common damages associated with package units. And of course, the majority of package units claimed with damages are from weather, right? And hail being one of those. Since they do sit atop those commercial buildings, they're easy targets, especially seen here in this photo. Most units don't have any hail guards either to protect those coils, which is too bad, right? If the coil is in good condition and the hail is very small, listen closely, you may be able to comb or straighten the fins. But that's not always the case, right? If the fins are completely flattened or they get torn a little bit, combing's not going to be an option. Like in this case, you can see some severe hail damage there, right? Notice the fan guard was also damaged by large hail. But even with that, the package unit in this photo right here did not need to be replaced and was repairable. And here's what we see when we have severe hail damage to a microchannel coil. Again, remember, these coils cannot or never be combed, even with smaller damages. So that takes that repair option off the table. If the hail is big enough, remember, check the cabinet. It may also sustain damage, so be on the lookout for that. Doesn't happen often, but if you have a severe hailstorm, 2.5 inches, there's a chance the cabinet's dented as well. So here at HVACi, we developed and follow a strict hierarchy of repairs when it comes to hail damage. But this would apply to other cause of loss as well when the coils are involved. This version has been modified to focus specifically on package units, but we do have the full version of this for split system condensers and things, and that mostly deals with residential, but could be a split system in a commercial setting as well. But anyway, for both, it starts with a clean coil, and this step may or may not apply, but don't forget to at least consider it. Next is that common repair action we mentioned earlier, and that is to comb the coil, right, or straighten the fins. But remember, this action can only be used if the coil is in good condition, meaning not corroded, right? Also, the fins cannot be torn or bent completely over or flattened. In that case, combing is not a viable option. And remember, we cannot comb that microchannel we mentioned either. Next would be to replace just the coil. But I know one of your biggest challenges with this as an adjuster is your damage estimating software probably doesn't even offer a line item to do that operation. So in that case, you might need to get some help on availability, pricing, as well as the needed labor to install one. And the last option, which is not needed very often, we saw some statistics earlier, right, is to replace the entire package unit. So be sure to follow these steps in order each time. Don't skip any as you evaluate the damages, and don't be tempted to replace entire systems based on the pressure from the insured's contractor. So the statistics just don't support it. With the cause of loss, hail, 72% of systems may be repairable at some level. And that fact alone should encourage you to always think repair versus replace when dealing with hail damage to these commercial units. Pretty significant data there.